A friend asked me, how are we going to end the drive towards World War III and the genocide against Gaza? Well, if you know anything about these situations beyond what the United States State Department says, you know that the onus is on the United States government to end these situations. Short of the United States government getting overthrown, we're not going to see the end of the perils and the atrocities that the world is experiencing when it comes to the genocide against Gaza and the drive towards World War III. Which means that the responsibility is on us, the American people, well, in large part us, to put the pressure on our government to stop its present foreign policy paradigm. Now, if you've read Lenin, you know that imperialism is not a policy per se. It is a system, an economic order that imperialist powers in the era of monopoly finance capitalism need to engage in order to keep their economies going. So the only way that we can end these imperialist crimes, these Zionist crimes, is by making the present system untenable, by throwing a wrench in the gear of this system. And the most immediate way that we can do this is by disrupting their narrative hegemony. Alex Karp, the CEO of the Israeli tech supplier Palantir, admitted a couple months ago that if the pro-Israel side loses the intellectual debate, then, in his words, we're not going to be able to deploy any more armies in the West ever. And this was more than hyperbole. Narratives are genuinely a factor that is important to the future of U.S. imperialism. If U.S. imperialism loses the narrative war, then it's not going to be able to continue as it is now, and it's going to lose. The structure is not going to be able to continue, and of course that's only the first part of it. In the long term, we're going to in the long term and also in the short term, we need to organize the working people against the imperial state. We need to mobilize the unions, all levels of society apart from the ruling class, against the war machine. So those are my two answers. Fight the narrative war and mobilize the people.